Good day, family. I trust that you are doing well. I just wanted to share. It's something I heard a young lady sharing on one of the social media platforms, right? But she was talking about, making some changes in her life, and she grew up in church and she wanted us to go back, start back going to church and so on. She started reading the Bible, and she was sharing that when she got to Deuteronomy, I think she said, she began to question, is this this is not the God that she knew, right? That's what she's saying. Remember, she went to church before and so on, but she had stopped, and now wanting to make that change, she's reading the Bible. I mean, I always encourage people to read the scriptures for yourself as well. And she was doing that, and she said that on reaching to Deuteronomy, she thought that that is not the God that she knew and she had relationship with and whatnot. Her words, kind of paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact words, but she was saying that the God that she was reading about there was portrayed as somebody who was very vengeful and full of wrath and very bitter. And I mean, I listened to that. So she said that she couldn't deal with it, right? So she sounded very kind of sincere as she was sharing. And I started to think, because I remember some time ago I was sharing that as I continue to encourage people to read scripture for yourself and to vet your own your beliefs, right? What it is that you really believe, and what is your belief and your faith really rooted and grounded in. And I was making the point a while back that a couple of things can happen when you begin to read scripture for yourself. Is that your faith in the Creator grows, or your faith is destroyed, right? And obviously in this case, this young lady, her faith is now being shaken, because she is introduced with the God of the Old Testament, and of course reading his interactions with Israel, who was his chosen people, who he had a covenant with, right? A covenant to teach them his ways, his laws, his precepts, so that they can be a model for the rest of the world, right? And she was really broken by that, and decided to revert to the God that she was comfortable with. Now, I have looked and begin to understand that a lot of people who say that they are Christians, who say they follow Jesus and so on, they have accepted a false image, right? And not just the picture of the effeminate blonde hair, blue eye caricature that is stuck on churches and people's houses and so on. Yes, that is a false image, but not just that, it's a God who does not require you to to be obedient to him, but he is obedient to you. The things that you ask for, you get that, like in the mold of a genie, so the emphasis is on trying to rub him the right way so that he responds and gives you the things that you want: health, wealth, prosperity, promotion, blessing, all that stuff. And that is the deity that a lot of people who call themselves Christians have received. All right. There's no responsibility. Actually, there are doctrines that people actually preach that you don't need to do anything, right? We tend to be against any type of fruit or any type of requirement from the believer to act in a manner that is consistent with biblical truths, right? And again, it is one of the outcomes that can happen when people begin to really look into the word for themselves, because that is the truth. It is the truth. And a lot of people, we aren't willing to submit ourselves and submit to the authority of the Creator. So he has been recreated in an image that suits people, right? I always say the reason a lot of people, even people who aren't really believers, love Christmas is because the way that the Messiah is presented as a child. A child doesn't really know anything, right? I can say that, I'm celebrating his birthday, and I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't ask for that, but he's a child anyway. He's so cute, and we can be involved in a lot of things that presents a Messiah that is helpless, that is needy, right? But when we are faced with the king, when we are faced with the one who is coming to rule and to judge the earth, it's a little bit uncomfortable, because now you're required to hold up a standard, right? You're required to believe, and not just say you believe or repeat something after someone who most times you're actually just repeating after someone, right? Saying a couple of words and then, okay, yeah, well then good, you're inside. That is not the type of belief that the one who is coming to judge is looking for. That's not the type of faith that he's looking for. He's looking for persons who have submitted themselves and believe and hold on to the faith that causes them to act on that belief, because the true gospel really it demands a response from us. All right. I can claim that I believe all I want. I can claim I believe, if I go to work, I'll get paid, right? Now coming from work, actually, night shift, right? And what I am proving that I believe if I go to work, I'll get paid, because I go, right? At the end of the day, I am at that age where I don't even pretend like I want to be there, right? I go there because I'm getting paid. Right? So obviously, if I believe that I can stay home and get paid, not working from home, because well, my job I can't work from home. So, but I mean, stay home and still get paid. Then I won't be seen on my job. I won't be seen on my job. Guarantee you that. Right? But the fact that I, get up, get out, and head to work, those actions, prove that yes, I believe that that's the way that I'm going to get paid. And the belief that we need to have, in Messiah is one that would lead us to be obedient to the things that he said, right? Be obedient to the ways that he set forth and so on. So, I mean, today it's not so much of advice or so, but just to ask people to vet your own beliefs, really check and see what it is that you believe. If it is that you are depending heavily on religion, things that you have been told that you have not checked yourself, make sure and check it out, because at the end of the day, you may be holding on to the idea of a deity that is not biblical. All right, it might be something else. So that's my encouragement ready this morning. So continue to take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, you are willing, be blessed.